Greetings, and welcome to A Year of Movies, a Planet Geek production. For this project, we are using the Ivan Walters reference book of 365 films to watch on the day they happened. Each day, we watch a movie associated with the date we are watching it on. And as it is the 18th of June, we are going to be watching Disclosure from 1994, directed by Barry Livingston and starring Michael Douglas. So at the time, again, we're going to go back in the Wayback Machine, and at the time of the release of this movie, it was definitely the cast that basically caught everyone's attention and the subject matter of that particular story as well, dealing with not only a Michael Crichton picture, but having the leads of Michael Douglas and Demi Moore working together in a very put forward as a very sexy sort of story being told in theaters. But I did not get to see this movie till much later on, probably on some sort of rental weekend or something like that. But I had seen it a few times, but it has been a while since I have seen it since then until now for this project. And like I already mentioned, not only does this movie star Michael Douglas and Demi Moore, but it also stars Donald Sutherland, Caroline Goodall, Roma Mafia, Dylan Baker, and Rosemary Forsyth. So Tom Sanders, played by Michael Douglas, is a senior executive at a cutting-edge technology corporation on the verge of releasing an innovative new product. Sanders' boss, Bob Galvin, played by Donald Sutherland, is putting the final touches on a potentially lucrative merger, and everything is in order for Tom until a vamp from his past, which is Meredith Johnson, played by Demi Moore, swoops in, stealing his impending promotion, and then, doubling down, suing him for sexual harassment. Now again, this movie does play out like a Michael Crichton story does. The translation from book to movie, I am not 100% sure how accurate it is, but it does feel like prior stories of such that have become the Michael Crichton movies that they were originally books from. We have a strong mid-90s Michael Douglas performance, and we have a very stunningly gorgeous Demi Moore doing a fantastic job, as she always does. It's a little unusual how Kismet works out with this particular list of movies, how we have back-to-back Donald Sutherland roles, which is kind of interesting to always see. But again, he plays a fantastic older statesman in the company, realizing that he's playing more for his company than for his individual employees. But again, we're dealing with a weird sort of way to tell a story about sexual harassment, where both sides are blaming the other side for the harassment itself. It's an interesting way that it gets dealt with, but it turns out to be a subversive sort of storyline to get to the subterfuge going on with this whole entire merger and trying to get power over another. So during the preliminary sort of pre-trial about the sexual harassment, Tom is able to come up with an audio representation of what had actually happened, where prior to that it was a he said, she said sort of situation. And when the tape is played, or the company decides to give in, agrees to help him on by having him keep his job. And that all happens on June 18th, 1992, which is about an hour and 30 minutes into this 2 hour and 9 minute film. All right, so on that note, we're going to wrap up this particular episode and look off to the future to see what we're going to watch for tomorrow, and that is going to be the 19th of June, and that is going to be Total Recall from 1990. So until next time, go see a movie.